Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, My Hero Academia, episode 12 of the second season. Last time, I thought we were going to be watching a calm episode in which not much is going to be happening. Things are going to be starting to slow down because yes, we have a very important battle between Todoroki and Deku in episode 10, and we will just see the result, in which I assume Todoroki was going to win the tournament, but still we are not sure about that because, well, I'm about to see that the final match, Todoroki against Bakugo, is going to be deciding the champion of this tournament. But as I said before, I thought it was going to be a lot more calm, more subdued. That's the correct word. And yes, for the tournament, we almost finished it. The only problem is the drama came from another place. In this occasion, the brother of Ida's brother was attacked. And from what I saw, he is dead. He was in a pool of his own blood. That creates an incredible amount of drama, an incredible amount of, I don't know, of terror. Because yes, there is a guy who calls himself the hero killer. And the guy is, well, killing heroes. Among them is Ida's brother. The amount of... I really wasn't expecting something like this. I was expecting, as I said before, something calm. But this creates another problem. And I suppose that is going to be the second half of the of this second season. Because, yes, we only have like, 12 episodes with this one. And now we're evolving into more and more stuff. Which I'm grateful because, yes, it will be boring if we just focus on the tournament and it was over so quickly. So, yes, we have another drama. And I don't know how everybody is going to be involved, but yeah, for certain they're going to be involved. I don't think Ida is the only one who's going to be taking part of the second season because that is not the style of the anime. So, yes, I don't know how. I don't know, perhaps they're going to attack the school again and they have this new hero killer. I really don't know. I'm eager to see because, yes, this looks like a lot more interesting. It become a lot more interesting. So, yes, let's cut this and just watch the video, shall we? Let's see. Todoroki versus Bakugo. Oh, yes! 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 I don't know if it's going to be just psychological like the last battle with Todoroki, but this has a lot of potential. Oh, holy cow! Again! Oh, look at the speed! Holy! That was incredible! Oh, but Bakugo is, of course. Oh, man. Yes! God damn it, Bakugo! He's very powerful! Oh! Oh! God damn it! Oh! God damn it, this is so good! Actually, yeah, this is ideal. chose the fire side! I don't think he's like that. Oh! He's completely shaken! Oh! God damn it! Yeah, the effects of the battle. Oh! Oh! He's using the. Oh God! He's using the fire! Oh! What? Oh! Holy! Holy! This is way too impressive! Look at his face! He lost. Todoroki lost. Yes. He's frustrated. And Midnight uses her ability. What's the ability exactly? Now I'm wondering. I like the ceremony, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's true. Take his medal. Ah, that could work. I love that image. Oh, that's the mother. Oh. Oh. Oh, but he's still alive at least. Oh, man. Oh, man. Dude, why are you asking for forgiveness? Oh, man. He's going to visit her for the first time in I don't know how long. Well, yeah, anyone will be dubious. She's very beautiful. Oh. Oh. Yeah, you have to start from somewhere, yes. Oh. Once again, the episode surprised me. At first it was kind of silly, kind of relaxed, but suddenly took a change and we have these dramatic moments. So yes, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to really think in this moment. I'm gonna watch it again and well, be back with my comments. See you in a bit. Good thing I checked because yes, there is an extra scene. Oh, that's bad. What the? What the? What? Okay, that's a complete surprise. Seven times? Yes. Yes, you need to train that quirk. Oh! What the hell? What? Okay, I know. The one is scribbling crazy too. Okay, the preview. Stop there. Yeah, now this I'm gonna watch it again. Well, after watching this, so yeah, I'm gonna watch it again in a few moments. See you in a bit. Now, yeah, see you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the 12th episode of the second season. And once again, it wasn't as calm as I thought it will be. It was, yes, it has its side of comedy, but it had amazing combat too. The battle between Todoroki and Bakugo was unbelievably well animated. Not as well as the last great fight we had, but it was still pretty amazing. And again, Todoroki refused to use his fire side. I'm gonna go deeper into that later on. We have the fight, of course, Todoroki lost in a very spectacular way. Bakugo defeated him, but still he wasn't satisfied with said victory. He was angry at Todoroki, even about to hit him after he was unconscious. Later on, we find the ceremony, the award ceremony, in which we saw, of course, the third, the second, and the first place. Third place, it was only Tokoyami. Ida was supposed to be there, but he has to leave because, well, the reason we will find out later. But it was obvious from the beginning. We saw, of course, Todoroki in second place, and in a very Hannibal Lecter way, Bakugo on the first place, with the mask and tied up with a giant cuffs in his hands. So yes, it was hilarious because even when All Might presented the award to him, it was still tied up, and when he removed the mask, he was just screaming with anger. This is not worthy for me. It's not a first place I earned, something on the other. Yes, he was pissed. Understandable. The standards, Bakugo's standards are very, very high, especially for him. He has very high standards for himself. He's a perfectionist, as President Mike said once. We have the award ceremony. It was very funny because there were a lot of mistakes. Midnight spoke well over All Might when they were supposed to be all in the same. Instead of saying plus ultra, he said great effort or something like that. And it was very funny. It was a very relaxed, and that's why I thought it was going to be a more subdued episode, a more fun episode. We will just leave Ida's brother at the end, in Genium, if I'm not mistaken, and something like that. But no, after that fun ceremony, we saw, of course, the tragedy of Ida. Visit the hospital, and it was very unsettling. The image of his brother in the hospital was very unsettling. It was very, I don't know, it really made me feel bad. I even shed a tear back then. Poor Ida, the face of Ida, the voice they gave to the brother, the mother, it was just fainting in the background. I noticed that in the second viewing, almost fading in the background. Every single thing, and the fact that, oh yes, of course, what the doctor said, like 5 minutes later he will be dead. So yeah, he's alive. Luckily, he's alive, but not by much. It's a very unsettling, a very sad situation we have there. And the way the show portrayed that, it was a very serious image after all these goof moments we have in like 2 minutes, 3 minutes before that. I love the way this series can transition from the sad moment to a happy moment, and vice versa. An action-paced moment, a happy moment, etc., etc. So yes, that is something very interesting about this series. And the second scene, of course, it was Todoroki with his mother. He hasn't been seeing his mother in I don't know how long. I suppose, let's say he was around 5 years old when the mother poured boiling water in his face. Let's say 10 years, perhaps 15. Let's rough calculation of Todoroki being 15. So yes, 10 years without seeing your mother, that's just awful. But he has a good reason. I thought that he hated his mother too. But at least he told us that because he didn't want to make or to give more pressure to the mother, to place more pressure on the mother, so she can come back to the house. I don't know, perhaps is that. So yeah, whichever the reason, is a very long time. And the way he spoke at the end, that this is my new beginning. So yes, I suppose the battle against Midoriya, because we saw actually in the battle against Bakugo that the battle against Midoriya really shake Todoroki, really destroy many preconceptions he has of himself and of, well, the reality and every single thing he has been doing for the last 10 years perhaps. So yeah, Midoriya has that effect. This is a good thing because yes, as I said in the previous video, well, in the 10th video, sorry, of the second season, it's a good thing to force the change, because now on he will be not just be repeating the same mistakes, because he was getting bitter and bitter every time. So yeah, that helps him, that will help him to change, hopefully for the best, because yes, seeing your mother, in this case your hospitalized mother, it's a good thing, because yes, she deserves to be visited, because I don't think many people visit her, because well, the father is a bastard, but he has a lot of influence, being the second hero, the second best hero. He must have a lot of influence. So yeah, even the way the, I suppose, was the sister speaking, uh, the way they are afraid of the father. And I love how Todoroki doesn't give a crap about Endeavor anymore, that he was going to do his own stuff. That's great, man. That's the way of sticking to the freaking bastard that is Endeavor. But yeah, we finished that episode in a kind of, I don't know if to say a happy note, perhaps a bittersweet note, because at least it was a positive change for Todoroki and perhaps to his mother. After that, luckily I let the video, well, the entire of the credits pass, because I always do that, and if I see the preview I stop immediately, but if I see the extra scene I just record myself. So yeah, I record myself my reaction to the extra scenes. The first one with Ochako and her parents. It was terrifying at the beginning. What the hell was that? They were so fast. But yeah, they were her parents because they need to support her daughter, and I love that little aspect about her, which brings me something. I think Ochako is living with herself, living alone, which for me is very odd. That well, when you are 15 years old, it's hard to live with your parents, even if you have little to do. And well, living alone is going to be a nightmare for me at that age, man. But okay, she can manage apparently, so good for her. I really don't know how to think about that. Perhaps it's a Japan thing? I really don't know. If you know that, if you are from there, or you are sure that it's the way the things happen, please let me know in the comments, because I'm still scratching my head with that. Then we saw the extra scene with Midoriya and the mother. Of course, the mother is just telling everything. Oh, I just recorded in HD. I saw you. I fainted 7 times. Only 7 times. Only 7 times. But she just saying, okay, but you need to be more careful because your quirk, first you don't have a quirk, and then you have this amazing quirk that unfortunately destroys you. So yeah, you need to be careful. Yes, she's right, he needs to be careful. And then we pass in this little scene, like, I don't know, 30 seconds of Bakugo screaming die to the bacteria in his mouth. So yeah, he has good hygiene. So yeah, that's a positive thing for Bakugo. I really did not expect the last scene too. But yeah, the entire of the episode. And then we pass to a little bit of psychological battle. In the moment Bakugo and Todoroki fought, we saw a little bit of these problems that Todoroki has. It wasn't underestimating Bakugo. I think it wasn't. But he wasn't sure if he should use his fire side. Because he was, before that, or at least the first scene between Todoroki and Bakugo in this episode, we saw that he wasn't not even thinking about it. He wasn't not even thinking about using his fire side. He was just never going to use his fire side. That was for certain for him. But after the fight against Midoriya, he was just trying to reason. Perhaps I should use it, because this is not my father's power, it's my own power, and I'm gonna use it for good, and I'm not going to become a Endeavor too. So yeah, he's doubting. Midoriya is having a great effect on Todoroki. And that is exactly what I think Midoriya wanted. I don't know if consciously or unconsciously, but he wants to have this effect on Todoroki. He wants to be the best he can. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for him if he loses. In this case, the last battle they had together. So yes, he's really having an effect. Midoriya is having an effect on people. First on Ochako, All Might, of course, he forced him to act. Now Todoroki, he's having a lot of effect in a lot of people. This is amazing, and this is a mark of a great hero. Midoriya is going to become a great hero. There is no doubt in my mind about that. Yes, then we saw this battle. He's still dubious. He's not underestimating Bakugo, as I said before. I think he's still saying, I don't know if I should use it. I don't know if I should use this fire side that is still hating my father over it with a good reason, but it's still dubious. And he even say, okay, I'm gonna bring it up, but in the moment he was about to use it, he never did. Because he didn't want to. He was so dubious. I don't know if he give up and just give the victory to Bakugo. I am still not certain of anything. But yeah, we can see a destroyed person there. The personality that he has been building up in the last 10 years is being destroyed completely by Midoriya. And he's going to start to rebuild his own personality, but now, hopefully, in a more healthy way. Not in this hated for part of him, because yes, he hates his fire side. He refuses to use it because he remembers his father, and he associates the hate he has for his father with his fire side. So yeah, for him the fire side represents his father, and therefore he hates the fire. And that implies that he hates half of himself. So yes, this is a lot of psychological problems he has, but luckily Deku destroy this portion of Todoroki, which now, hopefully, again, he's going to start to build something else into, well, something better. And the visit of the mother is still, again, a good start for him. Ida's problem is still terrible, because I don't know how Ida is going to manage all this. Ida is being very robotic, very strict, and as I said before, a great comic relief for the entire series, or at least for the first portion of the series. He's a great comic relief, but now we are watching him in a more serious situation. First, with the rival thing against Midoriya, because yes, he wanted to prove to himself that he can be a rival to Midoriya, even his friend. That is fantastic. But now we see him in a situation in which his brother is hurt. And since he's hurt, he wants to help him, but he doesn't know how. First, he's destroyed, because that is the hero he was hoping to be. But now seeing that hero destroyed, literally destroyed, physically destroyed, has a great impact on the psyche of Ida, or it must have a great impact on his psyche if this is well written. And so far, nothing told me that he's not going to be well written. I don't know how is this going to develop. I don't know if we're going to see something else, another side of Ida, and which side I'm going to see. But yeah, I'm fascinated by this new second half of the second season. And really, I cannot wait to see the next episode. But I have to, because I need to do a lot of stuff. So yes, yeah, this episode gave me a lot of information, and most of it was of a psychological nature of information. Todoroki still is a mystery to me. Tokoyami has, I think, of the three winners, the best position, because he knows exactly what to do to improve himself. Even All Might told him what he needs to be done for him to improve. But the other two are still very dubious, because one is frustrated because he won, but not in the standards he wanted to win. He wanted to win in a way there is no doubt, or left no doubt, that he is the best. But since Todoroki didn't use his fire side, he is still doubting that perhaps if he used his fire side, he would have won. So it's not an undisputable victory for him. That is why he was so frustrated and so mad at the end. And of course, the kind of personality that Bakugo has, is obvious the way he's going to react this aggressively. So yes, everything is being piling up for Bakugo, because still he hasn't won against Midoriya. Midoriya defeated him in the last battle they have, in the mock battle in the first season. And now Todoroki, yes, he won against Todoroki, but it's not an undisputable win. That is what is so frustrating for Bakugo. So yeah, and this level of frustration is building up. I understand Bakugo. I kind of understand. Yes, I think I just warm enough for him to understand him being better than before. Deku took a back seat in this episode. He just has his moment to shine in episode 10, and he shined like no other. He was the best hero there, because he risked everything just to see Todoroki be restored in a state in which he can fulfill his goals at his full potential. So yeah, he just was kind of kind of in the background in this episode, which is something completely fine, because we are showing in this anime that we don't have to have the protagonist in the front seat all the time to be an interesting episode. We have enough characters here with enough developed personalities to, well, fulfill that role for an episode or two. So yes, all the characters in here have a personality, a very defined personality, and that is very enjoyable. We can see all of that in this episode. So yeah, I think I spoke enough about this episode. I hope I finished saying everything I have to say about it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, guys. And once again, thank you for your comments, thank you for your reviews, for your likes, and especially for your subscriptions. Again, I have a Twitter now, especially for this channel. If you want to follow me, just follow the link in the description below. And of course, if you want to be subscribed to my channel, please do. That will make me very, very happy. And yeah, thank you guys for your attention, and see you in the next video. Bye.